in. Thank you, Hank. Well, are you craving Italian food? Pasta sauce is rich in a naturally occurring chemical that can actually help fight cancer, but it can also have a ton of salt and sugar. So Molly Kibble is here with her top picks in today's Love It, Like It, Hate It. Good morning.
Good morning. And there's so much variation across these. But you were saying you make your own.
I do, yeah. I like to do it in the slow cooker. A friend gave me her recipe. I make like a ragu, and you kind of shred the meat up. You put in just some basic tomato sauce that doesn't have any additives. It's real easy, you know, some seasonings, good to go.
So I wonder if you could do something like that with this that would then already have the seasonings and all that added for you.
Probably.
Maybe put that in your slow cooker with that.
Yeah.
And we were talking about tomatoes. Tomatoes are really rich in lycopene, which is one of our cancer-fighting nutrients. And if you're just slicing tomatoes, that's fantastic. But when you're cooking them down, that's when they actually release those compounds the most, which is what we've got with these pasta sauces.
Okay, so it's actually better to have them cooked.
Exactly.
Usually it's kind of the other way around.
Exactly. Tomatoes are one of those rare ones.
Okay.
But a lot of these pasta sauces have a ton of salt and sugar piled in with that, so that's what we've got to avoid. Okay. These first two guys, the first one's Sal and Judy's. So a lot of people are familiar with Sal and Judy's restaurant on the North Shore.
Yeah.
This is a local product. Love them, and I love this because the ingredients are basically a super short list of things that you would already have in your kitchen. So it's your tomatoes, your herbs, your spices, your olive oil, done. And the sodium in here, 135, zero added sugar, fantastic. The one next to this is Engine 2. This is a line that's carried by Whole Foods. It's a very often vegan, plant-based food line that is tied in with a whole other initiative and eating initiative by Whole Foods. But when you see this Engine 2 brand, this is going to indicate that this is going to be good, clean ingredients.
Oh,
so
good.
this is one of those that as soon as I see that, I'm like, all right, this is.
You're on board.
Yeah. This is, I almost don't even have to turn it over, but of course you always turn over the label. But this one I love it because, again, super clean ingredients. The sodium's just a smidge higher. Again, zero added sugar, also very low calorie. These two are both fantastic.
Okay.
This middle range, this is where salt starts to creep up a little bit. Maybe the sodium, sugar starts to creep up a little bit. The Prego, what I think is interesting about this is it says lower sodium on this. This line used to be called Heart Smart sauce. They changed it to lower sodium. It's 360 sodium. Those that we had in our Lovets were 135 and 140.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so even
Not
though
low
it's
enough.
lower, it's still not really low.
Yeah.
And then the Classico pasta sauce, I do like this because, again, relatively clean ingredients. You can find this at stores like Walmart, everywhere. But the sodium starts to creep up a bit. And then Red Gravy, this is a local brand by Tony Mandina's. The sodium's 560, so if someone actually maybe needs added salt, that's good. If you're exercising a lot, it's also going to be rich in potassium. The sugar's still pretty low, though, and again, normal ingredients you would find in your kitchen.
Okay.
Our Hate-Its.
This
is where we've got tons and tons of sugar. So this Monjuni's product, a lot of people will say their kids love it. They're like, this is the one that my kids like because it's 13 grams of sugar in every half cup.
That's nuts.
And when you look at a sauce that has no added sugar, it's about 4. So that means about 9 of that is probably added sugar.
Okay.
So that's like 2 teaspoons of added sugar in every half cup serving. And then finally, this no salt added sauce, this has artificial sweeteners. So we've got things like asulfame potassium and sucralose in here. So it says no sugar added, but it does have those artificial sweeteners.
Unfortunately. All right, thanks so much. Very interesting stuff, and we have more to come.